We're at Budweiser Stadium here in St. Louis. The Gladiators in front of a sellout crowd. We're entertaining the OKC Renegades on a cold and snowy day in Missouri. The Gladiators has the new general in town, and he goes by the name of Moody Mitchell. As the Gladiators take the next step towards a successful upcoming venture, Michael Irvine has filled the Renegades with hope and promise. The veteran Deacon Nickens is looking to emerge and make his mark on SFL history. The Renegades are looking to conquer the Gladiators in the SFL battle. It's week 2 here in the SFL as the season continues to heat up, catch fire. It's the SFL on YouTube. I'm your play-by-play commentator tonight, Damon Simeon. Alongside me today is T-Roy Gaines with Charles Dockery on stats. We're in Missouri at Budweiser Stadium as the OKC Renegades take on the St. Louis Gladiators. OKC and St. Louis are looking to bounce back after having disappointing seasons last season. When you can run it, throw it, and catch it, you are official SFL champion contenders. The Renegades versus the Gladiators is next on the SFL here on YouTube. T-Roy, what are your takes for tonight's game?
I want to see if OKC's offense can get on track. They only scored 10 points in the loss last week to Tulsa. We'll see if their running game can get started. Wow. St. Louis had a nice offensive explosion, winning 35-29 against Dallas. We'll see if their defense can hold OKC to under 20 points. It's game time, Damon. Let's get this started.
Absolutely, T-Roy. And looks like OKC is going to kick it off to the Gladiators. And we have the kicker, Johnny Omega. Boot it! It's game time here in St. Louis, people. And there's a return from the 6-yard line for St. Louis. And it's going to be tackled and brought down at the 25-yard line. And on the return to was Jacob Swine.
And that was a nice return from Swine. And here comes Moody Mitchell leading his St. Louis Gladiators out on the field. He's, of course, a rookie. He had 358 yards passing and 3 TDs versus Dallas in their Week 1 victory. We'll see what happens today.
3 wide receivers set here for the rookie Mitchell. 2 running backs in the back here with him. 2-step drop by Mitchell. Mitchell take a strike down the middle of the field. He got some men on it. Incomplete. Intended to Scott, the number 1 tight end for this Gladiators offense.
Scott had great coverage on him by the OKC defender. He should be able to see what happens here.
Offset I-type formation now for the Gladiators. 43 is the defense for the Renegades. Look like they're going to show blitz up the middle of the field into the outside, and they do bring pressure, and Diaz picks up a few yards, 3 yards on the play there by the little general.
And Damon Denzel Diaz, I think I said this before, he reminds me of a little Darren Sproles or even Maurice Jones-Drew with his short stature. Had a nice first week, 13 carries for 115 and 2 TDs.
Trips right here for Mitchell. Mitchell handoff here to Diaz up the middle of the field, and Diaz picks up another 4 yards there on the play. 4th and 3 now for the Gladiators. Look like they're going to have to punt this thing back over to the Renegades. Great defense there for the Renegades, coming off and forcing the Gladiators 3 and out, T-Roy.
Yeah, that's a nice stop. Nice job by the OKC defense. We'll see if their offense can get started. And St. Louis is about to punt. OKC should have great field position.
And there's the punt there by the Gladiators punter. And there's a fair catch call here for OKC. That was Buddy Marshall for the return. And here's a look at the starters for Oklahoma City. Deacon Nickens, quarterback. J.W. Doyle, Rich Pratchett, Devontae Duncan, also wide receiver. Shea Carroll, wide receiver. And the absolutely greatest tight end in SFL history, Tiberius Bovine. Handoff here to J.W. Doyle. And Doyle gets nowhere, absolutely losing a yard there on the play. Tried to go right up the middle, but he was brought down by defensive end Scott Underwood.
And that was a great tackle by Underwood. We'll see if OKC can to the side here on this down distance.
Those of you out there in the chat, let us know how we sound. There's a 5-step drop here by Nickens. Nickens throws straight across the middle and almost intercepted by the middle linebacker. That was off a lobby. Got his hands on the ball there, T-Roy. Could have been a great turnover.
Yeah, could have been a great turnover. Very good at the pat downs. That's his second one coming into today's game this season. He has 23, now 24 total.
3rd and 11 here for the Renegades. 3 wide receivers set here for Nickens. Doyle in the backfield goes out on the route, and Nickens takes a strike down the middle of the field. He got the receiver, and it looks like it's Bovine. No, it's not Bovine. That is Shea Carroll, comes away with his first reception of the game.
And my former Baltimore brother made a nice catch amongst track. Job by him. Great 3rd down conversion. We'll see if OKC will be able to convert this to 6 points.
1st and 10 now for the Renegades. Twins right here for Nickens. 5-step drop. Throws another strike down to the bottom of the field. He got the receiver completed. And that is to Rich Pratchett, the number 1 wide receiver here for this Renegade offense. Comes away with a great catch there, T-Roy, on a post route to the corner.
And we love it when wide receivers able to climb that ladder and make that catch. Nice stop by Deacon Nickens. Nice catch by Rich Pratchett, who so far had 58 yards receiving in today's game.
7-step drop this time by Nickens. Throws a strike to the top of the field. That is Bovine, and Bovine is stopped at the 1-yard line. Almost got in, but he's brought down by a host of Renegades. Looked like Douglas was on the tackle.
And here's a replay there. And I wonder, what sound do Bovines make? I'm sure Tiberius said, "Get out of my way." That's the sound he just made. 1st and goal for OKC. We see they will punch it in.
Maybe it was from the Ludacris soundtrack. Move. Get out the
Get
way.
out the way.
1st and go at the 1-yard line here for the Renegades. Twins left now for Nickens. J.W. Doyle, offset eye, his hand off here to Doyle, and Doyle walks in untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Renegades, as they put 6 on the board.
And that's a great opening drive by OKC. Tiberius Bovine be able to walk it in for a 1-yard run. It was too easy for OKC. That's a nice start. I'm sure the Renegades love to have.
Now let me ask you this here. That was a 1-yard touchdown run. Doyle was on his first carry, minus 1 yard. So he has a touchdown with 0 yards rushing?
As of right now. Hey, I'm sure, though, that J.W. Doyle will take that as long as his team wins tonight's game.
I bet he would. I'll take it, too. Points matter over stats.
Right. But if we want to go with stats, J.W. Doyle just needs 5 yards rushing today to get over 1,000 for his career. Right now he's at 0, but I'm sure he'll get that 5 yards during today's game.
He should get it. There's a kick by Omega, and the reception here at the 6-yard line. They already got daylight down to the bottom of the field. T-Roy, 1 man to beat. Oh, he's hitting, bounced out of bounds. Not out of bounds, I mean. Oh my goodness, he almost took that to the house.
Yeah, but it's coming back. Oh, the worst call ever, clipping.
Oh man, half the distance to the goal.
And that is our first penalty of our season. First MeUndies laundry on the field for us, Damon.
MeUndies on the field, absolutely.
We went for 1 game without a call. Here's our, we went for like 5 minutes, and we got our first penalty.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line for St. Louis. 3 wide receivers set here for Mitchell. Mitchell takes a strike across the middle of the field, and that pass is incomplete as it was intended for the slot receiver. And that was intended for Tito Moss. Moss has been around for a long time for the Gladiators.
And I do remember him. He actually was a factor in our close victory against St. Louis last season. But unfortunately, didn't make that catch. Is making it 2nd and long now.
5-step drop by Mitchell. Mitchell down. There's a strike down the middle of the field. He got some reception completed. And that is to... Trying
Nick
to see.
Fitch.
That's Nick Fitch? Absolutely it is. Nick Fitch comes away with his first completion of the day.
And look at that dot.
And
Only
on
where
the
Fitch can
tackle.
catch.
And on the tackle was Raymond, the strong safety for the Gladiators. Here's Mitchell in the shotgun formation. Got him in down the middle of the field, and that looks like, I was about to say Mitch again, but just not. And that is to Badir Ajalani, the number 1 wide receiver for this Gladiator offense, coming over from Houston, who had 2 outstanding seasons over there. One season led the team in touchdowns and yards. Actually, that was his rookie, not his rookie season, but his second season in the league. First season with Houston. 3 wide receivers set here now for Mitchell. All set, I is Diaz. Diaz gets the handoff, and Diaz picks up 1 yard.
It's looking like make sure that Diaz don't get started, but going back to the previous, I know seeing us bring a smile on your face, making that nice catch in the middle of traffic for that getting St. Louis into OKC's territory. We'll see what he's going to do for the rest of this game.
1-step drop here by Mitchell, and Mitchell got some receivers. Ajalani up to the top of the field, and that pass is completed for a first down. Who was that on the tackle, T? Where I couldn't see.
Looks like number 26 may have made the tackle, but great out route by Ajalani. We just talked about him. Made a nice catch, able to turn up the field and get some positive yards. It's now first down 10, OKC's 26.
Now, Ajalani is no slouch. I mean, he's a great receiver. He was the number 2 receiver in Houston, as I stated. His first season with Houston, he led the team in yards and touchdown over the Hall of Famer, DRCM. Another handoff is to Diaz, and Diaz is brought down after picking up 2 yards. And that is brought down by number 91 of the Renegades. And that is inside linebacker, Cole Irvine.
A nice tackle by Irvine here. Denzel Diaz has not seen the same amount of real estate as he saw last week. See if the St. Louis Gladiators O-line can change that for him.
5-step drop here by Mitchell down to the bottom of the field. He has his man, and it is incomplete.
Wow. I thought he got 1 foot down, Demar.
I thought he did too.
that was intended to Nick Finch. Didn't have the toe drag slag according to the refs. Now it's 3rd and long. Will St. Louis just hold? So will St. Louis convert? Will they have to make a field goal here? We'll see what happens.
3rd and 8 now for the Gladiators. 3 wide receivers to the top of the field in a bunch formation. He's getting pressured. Almost took his head off. He threw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, and it's a Diaz.
Oh.
Diaz steps out of bounds after picking up 6 yards on the reception. 4th and 2 for the Gladiators, and they got to punt this thing back to the Renegades. Oh,
That was a very exciting play. Unfortunately, I had to give a little criticism to Denzel Diaz. He had a chance to get the first down, but couldn't keep his balance, couldn't stay in bounds, but looks like they're going to try to go for it here.
And Mitchell was almost amputated. Oh, he's almost got his head taken off. And they're going to go for it. 4th and 2 with the Gladiators at OKC's 18-yard line. 3 seconds left on the play clock, and they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, they was just trying to draw OKC offsides, but OKC had the discipline needed to hold themselves in check. We'll see if they are actually going to go for it or they're going to kick the field goal this time.
I think they're going to go ahead and kick the field goal.
Yeah, the coach is not happy there. Hey, man, you got to give Moody Mitchell some credit, though, Coach. He basically gave y'all a chance to make it a 4th and short.
And here's a field goal attempt. Looks like it's going to be a 34-yard field goal, and it's no good.
No.
How was that possible? That was a cheap shot. That was like
Missed
an extra point.
Right. We're not in Tallahassee. We're in St. Louis, but he missed it wide right. Oh no! Not the result St. Louis desired. This is their second straight possession, and second time they come away with no points. We'll see what OKC can do. Can they increase their lead here on this drive?
But let's not forget, T-Roy, that it snowed all day yesterday in St. Louis. It snowed earlier today in St. Louis, so the field could be still a little mushy. Although we have no snowfall right now, but it did snow earlier today here in St. Louis. There's a 7-step drop by Nickens, reading through his progressions, gets a little pressure, step up in the pocket, he's brought down. And coming away with that sack.
Number 77.
Defensive tackle, Shane Masters.
And Masters put the master lock on Deacon Nickens there. Nice tackle by him. Nice sack. That is his 7th sack of his career. Great job by him, making it second and long for OKC.
And it was the pressure from Mo Biggins. They freed up Masters. 5-step drop by Nickens. Nickens throws a sidearm, throws it outside of the field, and Pratchett comes away with the reception.
And great job by Pratchett. Thrown away from him, he was able to twist his body around, put 2 hands on that ball, and make that catch, and got a little toe drag swag. Even though it's still third and long, it's a lot better than what they originally was going to have. He didn't make that catch.
MeUndies, the world's most comfortable underwear for men and women. 7-step drop for Nickens on his 3rd and 12. Throws a deep strike down the middle of the field, and that pass is deflected away. Almost intercepted by Marquez Reed. And Reed almost came away with the first takeaway of the game.
Yeah, he should have had a pick off there, but that's another pat down from him. That makes it 27 for his career, and it was a drive-ending pat down. St. Louis should have great field position after his punt.
Great defense by the Gladiators, forcing OKC to punt this ball away. And here's number 18, Ethan Ellis. That punt was almost blocked or deflected. And here's the return man, Tito Moss, and Moss goes nowhere.
I remember we talked about this last season, Damon. I would love to see our punt returners way fair catch so they would not get a oncoming butt whooping from the opposing team. Thankfully, it didn't result in a fumble this time.
Absolutely. As I can remember last season, one of the Houston Hyenas, the return man didn't call for a fair catch, and during the game of playing the Tallahassee Pride, dude got hit, fumbled the ball, and Tallahassee ran it in for a touchdown. Here's Diaz, and Diaz is blown up in the backfield. They're going to give him forward progress on it. As he stated, he got to the line of scrimmage, but he was hit behind the line of scrimmage. And that tackle comes by
John Gregory.
Was it John Gregory?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. 47, outside linebacker. There's a 5-step drop by Mitchell. Mitchell dumps it off to Diaz, and Diaz puts a shoulder down, runs one guy over, but he's hit hard by Gregory once again.
Gregory's out the hunt today, isn't he? I was a little worried, though. OKC got lucky that somebody hit Moody Mitchell after he threw the ball. That could have been unsportsmanlike conduct, but they didn't get called for the flag. It's now 3rd and 6.
Oop-de-oop formation now for the Gladiators. 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end to the bottom of the field. 1 single wide receiver to the top. Mitchell has all the time in the world. He got some receiver. This is Ajelani. 1st and 10, down to the 38-yard line. I think Ajelani is 3 for 3 on his receptions attempt towards his way.
Yeah, he's been Mr. Reliable so far for St. Louis. An out route, had plenty of space. Yeah, like you said, nice throw. And Ajelani had the toe drag swag. That's very important if you want to be a great wide receiver here in the SFL.
Let's look at Ajelani. Trips right now for Mitchell. 7-step drop now for Mitchell. Mitchell gets a little pressure, steps up in the pocket, throws a bomb down the middle of the field. He got some reception. And it's Ajelani once again. This brother-to-brother connection is absolutely bananas.
Look at that. O-line gave Moody Mitchell great time in the pocket. Then he was able to throw a nice dart in between 2 OKC defenders. And Ajelani once again with a nice catch. First and goal. This is what St. Louis needed. They need to get 6, though.
Trips left now for Mitchell. Diaz in the backfield by himself, single back formation, and there's a handoff here to Diaz. Diaz does a jump step over one guy and brought down and tackled by the strong safety, Raymond.
Still a nice first down carry. Make it second and go on the OKC 3-yard line. Will they hand it to Diaz again?
Absolutely. Why not? Tight formation, offset eye is Diaz. Receiver down to the bottom of the field all by himself. Then that looks like number 17. There's Diaz once again. Diaz picks up 2 yards on that carry. Down to the 1-yard line. Third and goal. Why not give it to him again?
That's what I was about to ask you too, Damon. Why not give it to Denzel Diaz again? Let him Mighty Mouse his way into the end zone. We'll see if he can make it happen, or if if St. Louis has different plans here.
And they're in this tight formation once again. Looks like they're going to give it to Diaz. In this near formation. Oh, they're going to pass it. There's a 5-step drop by Mitchell, and Mitchell finds Finch in the back of the field for the touchdown, Gladiators.
Toe drag swag is the name of this drive. We saw it mostly from Agilani, but here's Nick Finch making a nice catch in the back of the end zone. And I think OKC was thinking about Denzel Diaz getting the ball too, which caught them. They got caught sleeping at the wheel there.
Great drive for St. Louis to answer right back to OKC. From not the last drive OKC had, but the previous drive where they went down and scored. On their first possession, there's the extra point attempt, and it is good. Straight down the middle.
But again, like you just said, Damon, nice response to the OKC scoring drive from earlier this quarter. We'll see if St. Louis's defense can keep it up and keep OKC from scoring here. We're almost at the end of the first quarter.
And here's Graham Northrup on the kick. And there's a return at the 11-yard line. Tries a juke and nothing doing. And it looks like Raymond on the return.
Yeah, but still a decent return, decent starting field percentage for field position for OKC. We'll see if they can get back on track here with their passing game.
Here's OKC. Nick is on a 7-step drop, steps up in the pocket, gets a little pressure, and that pass is incomplete. Looks like intended to Bovine. Or was it Doyle? I really couldn't see the jersey number.
I think it was to Doyle, but Deacon Nickens need to hurry that pass up because that could have been pick 6 going the other way.
And it looked like St. Louis came. I'm sorry to cut you off. It looked like St. Louis came on a corner blitz.
Right. He almost got sacked there, but great job getting the ball away. But you gotta complete that pass.
2nd and 10 for OKC. Nickens calling the signal underneath the center. Offset eye twins here for the Renegades. 7-step drop for Nickens. He throws a bomb, and that pass is intercepted. He almost runs this thing back. And that is Ethan Kai. Comes away with the first turnover of the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was a matter of time. O-line did a great job to give Deacon time to throw that ball, but it was an underthrown pass, and Ethan Kai was the ball hawk on that play. Nice INT. That's his 8th, first one of this season.
Great coverage. I really can't say great coverage, but Nickens underthrew the receiver.
Yeah, when you underthrew the receiver, bad things can happen, which was what we saw.
Here's Moody Mitchell in the shotgun formation. Two running backs in the backfield with him. Throws an out route to the top of the field. That pass is intercepted. He looks like he's going to take it to the house. He's down to the 50 midfield. Angelani can't catch him. Mitchell brings him down at the 28-yard line of St. Louis. Talk about tick for tack. And give credit to Barber with that interception. Ajelani had him beat, and he just jumps the route.
Yep. It looks like Ajelani ran a different route that Moody Mitchell was expecting, and then Barber was playing like that other Barber that played in Tampa Bay for that other league. Nice pick, nice return off of that pick. Now it's 1st and 10 on St. Louis' side of the field for OKC.
OKC trips right for Nickens. J.W. Doyle in the backfield all by himself at the 28-yard line of St. Louis. 7-7 is the ball game score. 5-step drop by Nickens. Nickens get pressure. Throws a bomb down the middle of the field. That pass is deflected and almost intercepted again.
Woo-hoo-hoo. These quarterbacks are playing with house money. That's another ill-advised throw by Deacon Nickens. Thankfully, it didn't come away with a pick. You don't want to turn the ball over on when you have a potential scoring opportunity right here, unlike what St. Louis did. See what OKC does here on this play.
Single back left now for the Renegades. Throws in swing pass to Doyle, and Doyle loses 3 yards on the play. Or did he catch it out of bounds? Like nothing was gained.
They did not give him the catch.
They did not give him the catch. Okay.
And that's actually a good thing because that could have made it even worse for OKC. We'll see if they can convert here on this 3rd and long.
3rd and 10 here now for the Renegades. 3 wide receivers in the shotgun formation is Nickens. No tight end on the play. There's a 3-step drop by Nickens. Nickens gets pressure, throws an out route, and he got the receiver. It is incomplete as he caught the ball out of bounds. Nickens led him out of bounds. And they're going to have to bring on Johnny Omega to attempt.
And DeMai actually thought that was a good pass by Deacon Nickens, throw it to only his receiver can catch it. Unfortunately, the receiver couldn't get the toe drag swag happening on that play. Now it is field goal time for OKC.
A 43-yard attempt for OKC. And there's a snap, and the kick is up. And it's good right down the middle.
And Johnny Omega's letting everybody in St. Louis know that he's the alpha and the omega on this field. Nice field goal down the middle, as you said. OKC is now in the lead, 10-7.
We get the picture. Kickers do matter. There's a return, man. Swime is hit and brought down at the 29-yard line of St. Louis as the general, Moody Mitchell, will come back out firing.
And DeMai, I don't believe that anybody may have caught this, but Denzel Diaz is having a definitely hard time running the football in today's game in comparison to last week, where he basically was averaging 10 yards per carry.
Absolutely. He has 16 yards, and Mitchell's going to take it off. The quarterback sneak up the middle, picks up 2 yards on the play. Not sure if that was a smart move. Linebackers looking to take your hit off.
Right. He was a little bit slow to get up, too.
And that's the end of the first quarter. We're 10-7. Gladiators down by 3. It's kind of weird seeing J.W. Doyle with 0 yards rushing and Diaz with only 16.
Yeah, it's unfortunately not the start that the running backs were looking for coming in today's game. We'll see if that's going to change here.
Nick Finch down to the bottom of the field all by himself. Offset Ayers Diaz in this tight formation. There's a handoff here to the halfback. Diaz switches field, bounces to the left side. Picks up maybe a yard. It's 3rd and 6. Actually, he picks up 2 yards on that carry.
Yeah, but weren't for that awareness by Diaz to switch fields, he would have been stopped for a worse gain, maybe even lost.
Trips left now for Mitchell. Finch to the bottom of the field all by himself. Diaz in an offset. And there's a strike up to Ajelani. Ajelani runs the guy over before stepping out of bounds and runs another over on the sideline.
He's savage out there today, isn't he? Nice job. He made up for that interception from the previous drive and convert that 3rd and long. We'll see what St. Louis does here on 1st and 10 on their 41.
3 wide receivers here now for Mitchell. Ajelani down to the bottom of the field. Finch to the top. Tito Moss in the slot. And Mitchell's going to call an audible. Halle Berry. 5-step drop by Mitchell. Mitchell throws a strike down the middle of the field, and that is to the tight end. Scott comes away with his 2nd reception.
Nice pass by Mitchell, and Cody Scott pulled that ball away from the OKC defender. It was Ajelani that got in his way. That's my fault there, but still, Scott was able to make that catch, convert that 1st down. Back-to-back 1st downs so far for OKC. Sorry, for St. Louis. Now they on OKC's 43.
My apologies. That was Cody Scott's 1st completion. He had 1 attempt that was thrown his way earlier today. And empty backfield is Mitchell. Mitchell got the man to the top of the field. Is Finch, and Finch steps out of bounds. Incomplete.
No toe drag swag for Finch on that one. That was a decent pass by Moody Mitchell. We'll see what they're going to do here on 2nd and long. Would they give Denzel Diaz the ball as the bell cow or as a receiver in the backfield?
Oh, we'll have to wait and see. And it looks like the ball is getting away from these quarterbacks, because we've seen that on back-to-back possessions where the quarterbacks are leading the receivers out of bounds to make the reception. And there's a handoff here to Diaz. Diaz gets the juke move going, and he's rumbling and bumbling. Picks up 7 yards on the play. 3rd and 3 for the Gladiators now.
And that was a combination of great blocking by the O-line and then great moves by Denzel Diaz, making this a nice and manageable 3rd and 3.
The Gladiators are 3 for 6 on 3rd down conversions tonight. 8 first down total for the Gladiators. 2-step drop here by Mitchell. Mitchell throws it out right to the top of the field, and it's completed to Finch. Finch gets the reception and 1st down before he's tackled and brought down by Jam Pearson.
Nice tackle by the rookie, by Jam Pearson, the rookie. 6'2", 190, but great job by Finch making the 1st down converted catch.
Tito Moss at the bottom of the field. Ajelani in the slot. Finch to the top. There's like a near formation here for the Gladiators. And there's a handoff here to Diaz, and Diaz picks up 3. Give credit to the tackler on the play. Dave Drury, the veteran.
And Dave Drury himself is having a great career so far. He came into today's game with 146 tackles, and he just added to his total right there.
Here's Mitchell. Mitchell got a receiver across the middle of the field. It is to Tito Moss. Moss breaks up the 1st down.
And Moss made up for his drop pass from the 1st quarter. Nice job. And OKC is in the red zone. Sorry, St. Louis is in the red zone. OKC's 15.
OKC 15-yard line. 3 wide receivers set here for the Gladiators. Finch to the top. Ajelani to the bottom. And Moss in the slot. Here's a swing pass hit to Diaz. Diaz runs one guy over, and he's hit and brought down by Gregory, the outside linebacker.
And I believe that is Diaz's 1st reception of today's game, Damon. He had 5 for 23 yards and 1 TD versus Dallas. A 3 TD game for him last week. We'll see what's going to happen on this play, 2nd and long.
Tight formation. Far here for the Gladiators. There's a 5-step drop by Mitchell. Mitchell does a pump fake. Throws an out route. That pass is tipped. Almost intercepted by Gregory, who has been outstanding playing the outside linebacker position here for the Renegades.
Nice pat down by Gregory. Hopefully it won't come back to haunt them for not making that INT. But we saw in last week's game, the quarterback pump fake too many times, and that led to an INT. Thankfully, that didn't happen to Moody Mitchell on that play.
3rd and 8 here for the Gladiators. 9th 3rd down attempt. 5 wide receivers. Three-step drop here by Mitchell. Mitchell throws a strike to the bottom of the field. He got some touchdown from Angelani. Oh, no, they say he was out of bounds. You got to challenge that. They said it was incomplete. I think he was in.
That.
I think he was in.
There we go.
And there goes the challenge.
The Gladiators are challenging.
And here's a challenge brought by Harry's close shave. For Shave sets the handles, Harry provides quality craftsmanship made in Germany. More than 600 engineers, designers, craftsmen, and chemists make Harry's products from the finest materials and ingredients to ensure they perform as well as possible can. They overturned it there. Use the promo link in the scroll below. A portion of your purchase supports the SFL broadcasters, Harry's official razor of the SFL. Touchdown Gladiators as they take the lead here in this second quarter with 7 minutes and 8 seconds left to go. And here's Graham Northrup ready for the extra point attempt. There's a snap. The kick is up, and the extra point is good, T-Roy.
And that was a great challenge by St. Louis. Those who are maybe new to our league here in the SFL, you only need 1 foot to make a complete catch. And that's what we saw there. Good job by St. Louis. As we see the promo code for Harry's up there on your top left of the screen. And that's the drive St. Louis need to get back in this game. We'll see if their defense can hold OKC in check. Short
and
kick.
there's a return here by Raymond. And Raymond got daylight up to the top of the field, up down to the 45-yard line of OKC. Almost breaks that one. If it wasn't for the kicker, Graham Northrup comes away with the saving touchdown tackle. He made everybody think he was going to go left and bounced it right back outside to the right side of the field, and Northrup comes away with his first tackle of the game. Maybe his only one.
But if you notice, the lineman number 70 fell during that return. If he would have kept this balance, that probably could have been a kick return for a touchdown. But right now, 1st and 10 for OKC on their own 45.
Twins left here for Nickens. Offset IS Doyle. Doyle gets a handoff, and Doyle makes a man miss by a spinning move. He gets daylight
He's
up
gone.
to the 30. He's gone, baby. Call him breakaway speed Doyle.
Wow. Monster run to mine.
My goodness. Somebody cool off that man's feet because they're on fire.
Normally,
fire extinguisher.
And normally I will say this for the defenders. We see the block of the game here, but J.W. Dorr just took defender to the shadow realm on that move by him as he made a house call for 6. My God, that was vicious.
Absolutely. That's the Everscroll block of the game. Everscroll by MVMT blocks blue light to protect your eyes from digital screens. Don't hurt your eyes by checking the SFL action. By checking out the SFL action, protect them and see every moment by using the promo link in the scroll below. A portion of your purchase supports the SFL. Premium watches, sunglasses, and accessories. There's the extra point kick, and it is good. OKC jumps right back on top. We're having a blast here in St. Louis in this second quarter as the OKC Renegades are doing work in the run game, and St. Louis is doing work in the pass game. These two teams come out throwing blows, T-Roy. What can you say about the performance so far?
It's been a monster offensive performance on both sides of the ball. So far, we have 31 points scoring in this half. And let's give J.W. Doyle more congrats. He went over 1,000 yards for his career on that last play.
Oh, my goodness. Swarm just got oops upside your head. I said oops upside your head.
And he was taken to the Shadow Realm by the OKC. That's back-to-back Shadow Realm plays made by OKC. But here's Denzel Diaz. We'll see if he can bust a long run for 6 here.
11 attempts for 35 yards for Diaz, 3.5 average. Not pretty good. There's an offset encroachment here by the defense. And Mitchell's just going to play it safe and throw it underneath. And on that reception is Cody Scott coming away with his second reception of the game.
Yeah, but I think they're going to accept the penalty and make it a 1st and 5 due to the offsides here.
I'm right along with you. I'll take the 1st and 5 as well.
And they do. Come on, OKC defense. You got to stay disciplined. You don't want to hurt yourself.
Absolutely.
Here.
Matt Straighten. Got to be disciplined there.
He better be, or the coach is going to straighten him out once he gets on the sidelines.
If you know Michael Irvine like I do, my goodness. There's a 5-step drop here by Mitchell, and Mitchell throws an out route down to the bottom of the field, and that is to Cody Scott once again. Picks up the 1st down there, T-Roy.
Now it was a nice play by Scott making that catch in spite of the fact that Barber was on him about to make another tackle. But good job by the OKC O-line. If by St. Louis O-line, if they would have held the ball a little bit longer, that would have been a sack.
There's a handoff here to Diaz. Diaz run one guy over, not going too far after picking up 7. Brought down by 58. Day Drury. And who was the guy who got plundered? Oh, he was coming off a block. And that was Clark, Brady Clark. Excuse me.
And Denzel Diaz took advantage of Brady Clark getting off of that block there. Looks like he's starting to heat up now, Damon.
Diaz is the little general, starting to get the legs turning. Gladiators is going to need him in the run game. 5-step drop here by Mitchell. Mitchell reads to his progression. Oh, that pass bounces off the chest of Cody Scott and almost intercepted by the defense.
And Damon, you mentioned it earlier in today's game during that missed kick that the field conditions could be worse because of the snow. I think the turf monster got hold of Scott's foot because he was following as that pass was coming towards him.
Exactly. If you're not wearing 11-centimeter cleats, you're in trouble out here. As you can see, the field starting to deteriorate. There's a handoff here to Diaz. Diaz up the middle of the field. And he's brought down after picking up a gain of yards. Diaz picks up the 1st down. I couldn't see the tackler's number.
Here's on the replay here. It was Gregory again on the tackle.
Gregory is an outstanding outside linebacker. I tell you, he doesn't give up on any play at all.
No, you think you might have a huge run, but then here comes Gregory with the go-go gadget arms putting a stop to that. Nice open field tackle, but still 1st down. Looks like the 2nd quarter is the quarter for the running backs here, Damon.
Absolutely. Here's Diaz on the split back, and he's plundered in the backfield. Give it up for Day Drury coming in and taking out the little guy. Pick on someone your own size, Drury.
Hey, man, he has to go after whoever gets the ball. Unfortunately, it's a short guy, but nice tackle by Drury. Also, there looked like a little issue of the handoff between Moody Mitchell and Denzel Diaz that may have contributed to that.
3 wide receivers set, 2-step drop. There's a swing pass here to Diaz. Diaz picks up maybe a yard on it. Mitchell, 171 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. Deacon Nickens, 65 yards passing and 1 interception.
Yeah, both touchdowns by OKC were scored by Doyle, one on a short carry and one on that long run. See what St. Louis does here on this 3rd and long, though.
3 wide receivers to the top of the field in a bunch formation. Looks like Ajelani down into the bottom of the field by himself. And Mitchell reads to the progressions, going deep down the middle of the field. And that pass is deflected and almost intercepted. Raymond comes away with the deflection. Probably his 20th of the game. He's been outstanding back there.
Thomas and the ramen. How many ramens are in this league? I think we have a father-son combo in
maybe an uncle, brother, sister too.
Las Vegas, yeah. He might be. Nice job right there with the pat down. But I think there's at least 3 ramens in this league. A family affair.
And St. Louis is going to have to punt the ball away after not completing that 3rd down conversion. And there's a snap. OKC is going to play coverage this time. Not going to bring any pressure at all. And they're going to wave as a fair catch. Let it down at the 5-yard line. 6 they're going to give him. And that's where OKC is going to start their next possession. 3 minutes and 41 seconds left in the half, T-Roy.
And we'll see if Not waving a fair catch will hurt OKC on that one. You know, I like to say I want my punt returns to wave a fair catch so it'll minimize the damage and having your team start on their own goal line. But thankfully, the ball bounced in their favor. Is only on their 6.
Twins right for Nickens. J.W. Doyle in the backfield on an offset eye. Bovine down to the bottom of the field, the number 1 tight end in SFL history. There's a handoff here to Doyle, and Doyle is tackled and brought down at the 3-yard line. Oh my, what a tackle.
Ethan Kai.
Ethan Kai is not shy, I tell you that much.
No, sir. He knew that the run was going to come that way. Everybody in St. Louis knew that the run was coming to their right, OKC's left, and they put a stop on that.
Same formation for OKC. Another handoff here to Doyle, and Doyle picks up the yardage that he lost. Give credit on the tackle to Carl Forgy. Let's go over the defense for the St. Louis defense. We didn't get a chance to announce those guys. Number 77, defensive tackle Shane Masters. 52, Afalabi, inside linebacker. Outside linebacker, number 55, Zachary Bates. 40, cornerback Drew Raleigh. 44, Colin Douglas. 31, Ethan Kai. There's J.W. Doyle on the handoff. He's brought down at the 7-yard line. Number 31, strong safety Ethan Kai. Number 32, Marquez Reed are the defensive key players for the St. Louis Gladiators. And OKC is 3 and out. They're going to have to punt this ball right back to St. Louis with 2 minutes to go. Here before the half, there's the punt. And there's Swine on the catch. No, there's Tito Moss on the return. And 6 seconds before the 2-minute warning.
That was a nice return by Tito Moss, and great job by St. Louis defense to be able to flip the field. We'll see if their offense can convert this to 6.
Nick Finch to the bottom of the field all by himself. Cody Scott, Tito Moss, and Badir Ajalani up to the top of the field. And there's a handoff hit to Diaz. And Diaz got a room after picking up 9 on the carry. 2nd and inches. 60 yards on the ground now for the young general. And that brings us to the Quip 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. Quip Design delivers simple ways to keep your mouth healthy with time vibrations. Brush heads refills for $5. Refilled every 3 months. Covered for life with free shippings covered for life with free shippings for life. Try for 30 days and support the SFL with the promo code and the scroll below. Your portion of purchase supports the SFL. Pump fake by Mitchell. Got an out route to Cody Scott. Cody got the pass and tackled down to the 9-yard line. Tackled inbounds and the clock is still running. 1 minute and 50 seconds left here in the half. Take a look at the replay, T-Roy.
And this time the punk fake did help Moody Mitchell because it actually flows the OKC defenders, giving Scott plenty of room to make that catch. Now it's 1st and goal for St. Louis. We'll see if they can convert this to 6.
1 minute and 38 seconds left here in the half. Twins right here for Mitchell. Diaz in the backfield in the strong eye. 5-step drop, throws a swing pass to Diaz, and Diaz has nobody in front of him. It's touchdown for the little guy. Give him 6 as he crosses over Hollywood Boulevard for that touchdown.
And I was wondering if they're going to feed him the ball as a receiver out of the backfield. And here's one play where that worked out. St. Louis was more focused on Cody Scott there, which left. Sorry, OKC was focused on Cody Scott there, which left Denzel Diaz wide open for a house call for 6.
And Diaz caught the ball the way how they taught you back in Pop Warner. Catch it with your hands, make a diamond, and secure the ball. Didn't try to catch it with his arms or his body. Great job on that reception. Diaz scores from around the SFL league. Other action, Denver is down to London. The extra point is up and it's good. I'm sorry, Denver is up on London, 21-14. Baltimore is down to Las Vegas, 14-10. Tallahassee is up on Sioux Falls, 16-10. and Vancouver and Queen City are all tied at 0. As you and I called the last game for Vancouver versus the Atlanta Swarm, and Vancouver looked absolutely completely different from what we saw of them from last season.
Yeah, they were dominating on offense, defense, special teams. It was a total team dominating victory over Atlanta. Oh, look at this kick return right here by Raman.
And Roman is going to end up breaking one. If it's not this game, he will tomorrow. Well, there's no game for him tomorrow. Maybe next week. But he's going to break one sooner or later.
Yeah, and it's, again, the special teams of OKC is giving them great field position. Nice blocking there and give Raman the space he needed to take it to the outside before he got stopped. But Damon, as you just said from the scores here, all these games tonight have been close ones so far.
Absolutely. St. Louis is up 21-17 here over the Renegades. Renegades first and 10 at the 47-yard line of OKC. 7-step drop for Nickens. And Nickens is brought down. 1 minute and 16 seconds left. Give credit to number 91 on the tackle for the Gladiators. That is Carl Forgy comes away with that sack. And Nickens gets pressured now, and that pass is completed and caught by Bovine. Timeout OKC. I think that was for a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 15 now for OKC.
Yeah, Diggin Nickens unfortunately hurt his team, OKC, there on that first play of this drive. Stepping back too far, St. Louis was able to stop him for a huge loss. Now it's 3rd and long after that last completion.
OKC has been in this formation all night long. Offset I, twins right for Nickens. 7-step drop for the QB. He's getting pressured. Throws out to Bovine. Bovine comes back and get it. Oh my goodness, loses ground. Picks up 3 yards on the reception. 4th and 12, and they're going to have to kick it back to St. Louis with 50 seconds left on the clock, and I'm not sure why St. Louis didn't call a timeout here.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking of too. I guess they are willing to concede this half, going into halftime with a lead here. But yeah, as you called it, OKC was running that same formation, and St. Louis knew that, and they was able to put the stop on this drive here.
And I believe there's a 20-second difference from the play clock and the game clock. There's a snap. And there's a return by Tito Mawson. Mawson stopped and brought down at the St. Louis 22-yard line. 13 seconds. T-Roy, I'll just run it and take it into the half or either kneel it.
Yeah, better run it or kneel it. Don't want to give away a turnover on especially this side of the field. St. Louis should just either hand it off to Diaz or take a knee. Going to halftime for a nice lead.
Absolutely, as OKC almost had an INT return for a touchdown earlier tonight. Here's Mitchell across the middle of the field to Tito Mawson. Mawson makes the reception, picks up 6 yards. They're not going to call a timeout. Time is just ticking off the clock. They're going to go ahead and go into the half and settle for it.
I guess Tito Moss asked the coach, let me get the ball one more time there. Hey, at least it wasn't a turnover though, right?
And that brings us to the halftime, folks. Here's your halftime show presented by APM Music and the SFL.
And now, so far this half, it looked like it was going to be a close game on the defensive side, and the offense decided to step it up here. You see a nice catch for Rich Pratchett there. But St. Louis looks like they're back to where they were in week 1. A nice balance attack of running and passing, while OKC, they definitely got some help with some nice turnovers, but it's been J.W. Doyle who has been the scoring factor here for OKC. And some great returns from Thomas in a Ramen.
Although you have to give credit to OKC because St. Louis is dominating this game on all phases. Pass, run, and time of possession, especially time of possession. They're winning that by a landslide. And OKC is only down by 4 points.
Yeah, and that's because of great defensive plays like the one we just saw by Barber. And I do believe special teams is going to have a big factor in the second half, especially if Thomas and Rahman has a kick return for a TD left in his tank. We just got to wait and see what happens. Wow, St. Louis, they just need to minimize the mistakes and continue to build off of their running game, which had a slow start but a great finish to the first half. And as we see that shadow realm making move there by J.W. Doyle, I think St. Louis should have this game on hand. They just played disciplined, mistake-free football in the second half.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that St. Louis receives the ball beginning of the second half. And if that is so, then OKC is going to have to play some outstanding defense to not allow St. Louis to gain any more ground above them here in the second half.
Yeah, so far St. Louis has just picked up where they left off last week. Let's see what happens here in this frosty state. Have you heard that earlier there's people who were stuck in the highway for 10 hours here in St. Louis earlier this week?
People was trying to get here to the game early. Yeah, that was crazy. So that's why I love living in Texas. I ain't got to worry about the snow. When we get our little snow here every now and then, every few years or so, they shut everything down. Don't nobody go anywhere because we're not used to that climate. And there's a return by Romain here for OKC. And I thought that OKC received the ball first. Maybe I was wrong. Okay.
But we'll see what OKC can do here. Now they got a chance. Can they get their passing game going? It's been a struggle so far. Right now, it's that same formation.
Here's Dick and Neekins. The Deke. Handoff here to J.W. Doyle up the middle of the field, and Doyle is off to the races. And he's going to break these two tackles. No, he's stopped and brought down at the 39-yard line. What a run by J.W. Doyle. Explode out of the cannon.
Nice job by OKC's J.W. Doyle. They ran to the left. Notice that they had plenty of room to roam. Ethan Kyle with a touchdown-saving stop. But, man, J.W. Doyle's on fire in today's game in comparison to last week. I think he's darn near close to 100 yards rushing for today.
I think this is their favorite offensive formation. They've been in this thing all game. Handoff here to J.W. Doyle, and Doyle picks up maybe a yard on that play there. Stopped and brought down, looks like by number 52, Afolabi.
Yeah, but good play by St. Louis. Afolabi making a nice tackle for a 1-yard gain. Will they be in the same formation again? No, strong guy. No, it is the same formation. Take that back.
It's the same formation. They just flipped it. That's just another handoff here to J.W. Doyle, and Doyle got blockers in front of him, and he's off out to the 20, down to the 12-yard line. J.W. Doyle is taking over for OKC to start the third quarter.
And with OKC's colors that we're seeing right now, their color scheme, and that running back right here, this kind of reminds me of the 82 Redskins with John Riggins and that counter tray. And the running back, exactly. The Diesel. And that's what J.W. Doyle is reminding me right now, as they're in the same formation, but flipped again.
Strong I formation, twins to the left of Nickens. Nickens going to hand it off to J.W. Doyle up again, once again up the middle, and he's stopped and brought down in the backfield. And on that tackle is Scott Underwood.
And great job by Underwood, undercutting Doyle there on that play, as now they flip the formation one more time. They broke. Don't fix it, right?
J.W. is hitting the backfield. He may be tired, and that tackle comes for the tackle for loss by Zachary Bates.
Great job by Bates, but I believe every play in this drive has been all Doyle. They're going to have to throw it here on 3rd and long, though.
They need to throw it because I think Doyle is gassed. He may be a little fatigued. 7-step drop by Nickens. Nickens pump fake, gets pressured in the backfield, and he's tackled Oh my goodness, what a sack by Bo Knowles.
And Damon, Bo no sacks. Nice sack by him. And that put the halt on this drive. I would love it if OKC would have gave at least like a free wide receiver formation there, but running the same formation over and over again, and unfortunately that may have hurt them here at the end of this drive. We'll see if they can get 3 here.
Maybe the coaching staff for OKC saw something that they thought that, could work, but unfortunately they just couldn't get it done. And there's Omega with the field goal straight down the middle, 41-yarder.
Yeah, and I think what the old offensive coordinator of OKC saw is that they can run the ball extremely well to their left, which definitely happened. All their positive runs on that drive was to the left. Any runs to the right was stopped for either a 1-yard gain or maybe a loss. So they did see something. It just didn't convert to 6 points. It only went for 3.
And here's Swime on the return from the 10-yard line. And Swime tries to make the spin move. Nothing doing. Stopped and brought down at the St. Louis 29-yard line. MeUndies, the world's most comfortable underwear for men and women. Visit MeUndies.com/SimulationFL to support the league. I think I may have to order my wife some for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, just over a month away.
Haha, better to be prepared than never.
Right.
Forward wide receiver set in the tight end hand for St. Louis. Mitchell steps up in the pocket. That pass is intercepted by OKC.
Is that Brady Clark?
That is Brady Clark on the interception. 3 tackles, 1 INT for the 3-year veteran. Call it, T-Roy.
He read that quarterback like a book. That was supposed to go to Scott, but Brady Clark looked like he was the intended receiver. Great job by him. That is his 10th INT of his career. Remember I said during halftime, St. Louis need to minimize the mistakes. There's a costly one right there. OKC is got a strong chance to score, but hey, here's that formation again.
Offset eye twins right here for Nickens. Doyle dots the offset. There's the handoff here to Doyle to the top of the field. Doyle makes one man miss, but he stopped at after picking up 1 yard. Give credit on the tackle to 96. And that is Bo Knowles, the outside linebacker for St. Louis. And this is where film session comes into play for Clark. Clark read that play. He must have saw it on film. Okay, I know what's going to happen here. Cody Scott's going to try to run a deep post. I'm going to snatch it out of the air.
That's what he did.
7-step drop by Nickens. Nickens throws an out route down to the bottom of the field, and it's to Bovine, and Bovine gets that reception down to the 10-yard line. On the tackle is Kai.
A different play than what we usually are expecting from that formation. Nice pass to Tiberius Bovine. He had 102 yards receiving last week. He entered in today's game with 6,323 yards before today's game. That's a nice total for a tight end.
Same formation, 5-step drop this time for Nickens. Nickens throws a deep out route. He overthrew his guy.
That was close.
That was absolutely close, and that pass was intended for Shea Carroll. First season here with the team.
Yeah, he spent Dallas and with my team, Baltimore. Now he's trying to make a name for himself here in OKC.
3 wide receiver set. You asked for it, T-Roy. You got it, Mr. Gaines. Single back right here is Doyle. There's a strike down the middle of the field, and it is a touchdown for OKC. And they're going to take the lead, and that is to Pratchett.
In no faux Romo. I did not know that was going to be the result there. But what a play. They switched up the formation, put 3 wide receivers. They was able to throw a nice dot to Rich Pratchett in the middle for a touchdown. And OKC has gotten back in this game. They now take the lead in this close, exciting matchup here in St. Louis.
Here's the extra point attempt here for OKC.
And that was a good drive by OKC.
Here's Swime on the return. And Swime is going to be brought down at the 29-yard line. If you count last week's points that the Gladiators gave up to the Dallas Lobos, 29, plus the 27 they're giving up to the Oklahoma City Renegades today, it's a total of 57 points thus far here in the SFL. This is only week 2. Giving up 57 points this early in the season is not good for your defense. Here's Diaz, the little general. Picks up the first down on that 10-yard run.
And Denzel Diaz has been on fire since the second quarter. Obviously, this nice run here, good blocking by the O-line. And then DeMont, to just bounce off of your point, 57 points, definitely not good. But what's not helping St. Louis right now is those costly turnovers. Moody Mitchell has to play a little bit more discipline here so they can give his defense some time to rest.
You want to be a quarterback that lasts long in the SFL, don't throw turnovers. Oop the oop formation once again here for St. Louis. They've been in this thing maybe 3 times so far this game. 2-step drop by Mitchell. Out route pass down into the bottom of the field to Nick Finch. And he picks up 4 yards on that reception. That's his 4th reception of the day for 39 yards and 1 touchdown reception.
And Nick Finch has been usually reliable today. This time he got the toe drag swag in, unlike the second quarter. Looks like he's back to his old ways, getting with this toe drag swag, making catches.
3 wide receivers for the Gladiators. 2-step drop by Moody Mitchell. That pass is deflected away.
I've been waiting to say this. Jam. Oh,
Jam.
Nice job by Jam Pearson with the pat down there.
I say, dum dum did it.
I've been waiting all day to say his name like that. Thank you, Jam, for allowing me to do that.
Hey, wasn't that Teddy Riley? Wasn't that guy? Was it Jam? Isn't it by Teddy Riley? The singer group guy. Teddy Riley, Aaron Hall, and what was the third guy name? I can't remember his name.
Yeah, chat, you're going to help us out. I think the mom's right, but I'm not 100% sure.
It's a 5-step drop here by Mitchell. Throws a strike across the middle of the field to Ajalani. He picks up the first down. Nice strike there by Mitchell. Finding the younger brother.
Now I got a question to mind. Since we don't have our Mr. Disrespectful from last season, who will that person, which running back will get that name this season? Who do you think that running back will be?
It is up in the air as of right now, T-Roy. It is up in the air. There's a swing pass here to Diaz, not taking anything away from him. Picks up, maybe got back right back to the line of scrimmage. No, he picks up 1 yard. My apologies. Mr. Disrespectful, I do not know who that is going to be.
We had Ivan Sanchez, who was very disrespectful last week, and J.W. Doyle's been disrespectful this week for us. I think we got some running backs who's trying to get your attention for that new nickname now.
5-step drop here by Mitchell. What a catch by Tito Moss. Oh, no, it's Cody Scott putting the body on the line. Comes away with an outstanding reception.
Yeah, he had to go low for that reception. He was able to make that catch. Yeah, he's 6'5", but only weighed 225. He's a tall tight end, built like basically a tall wide receiver. Nice play by him.
Dime formation, and OKC is not going to bring Briss. Only going to rush forward. And that's an incomplete by Mitchell, intended for Diaz. I got to agree with Lloyd Graham, in the chat. He said this is a good game. I absolutely agree with you. It is a great one so far. Back and forth, haymakers are being thrown by both teams. What you say, Gaines?
Yeah, I've said that both teams are throwing nice haymakers, and the running backs has been getting involved in this game as well. It's the team who has the ball last might be the one that will win it. We'll see.
OKC shows blitz for back top. Oh, I thought it was intercepted. I thought that was intercepted, but what a catch by Cody Scott. Oh, my goodness. Talk about concentration.
And Thomas and Ramen had a chance to, no, he was want to make that tackle. Somebody else had a chance to pick that off. But so far for St. Louis, it's been the sweet life of, well, no Zach, but Cody. As he makes 2 great catches.
Yeah, that was Barber, the one who tried to dive an interception catch. I thought he took it.
Yeah,
OKC looks like going to show blitz to the top of the field. Here's a handoff here to the Diesel. And Diaz is up in field, almost breaks the tackle, but Drury says, no doing, sir. Once I get these paws on you, you're going down.
That is true, but ever since the second quarter began, it's been the game of who better, or who better. J.W. Doyle had a nice drive the previous drive, and now previous 2 drives ago actually. Now it's Denzel Diaz with his nice carries. We'll see if OKC can get 6.
Absolutely. 3 wide receiver set here for the offense. Nickel defense. There's an out route by Ajelani to the top of the field. He gets his 2nd touchdown today. He's going to go into the rowboat. Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the stream. T-Roy, take it away.
Merrily, 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 merrily. No, I'm just kidding. Good job by Ajelani with a nice out route as he took it to the house for 6. You know what? Do you remember back in week 1 of 2000, it was Denver and St. Louis in the NFL, and that game was a shootout.
Yes.
With the greatest show on turf, and then the Denver Broncos surprising everybody with their offensive performance, and this game is looking just like that.
We're having a great one here. There's still 14 minutes left in this ball game, T-Roy, and we're having a phenomenal one right now.
It doesn't matter how cold it is. These offenses are hot. We'll see which defense can make the difference and take over this game. I think it's going to come down to a turnover again.
And here's Northrup with the kick. Back over to OKC. One team scored, the other team's answers right back. It has been a back and forth game. I can't even remember how many lead changes we've had so far.
Right. At least, 3 or 4, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice offensive explosion today, Demar.
Give credit to Charles Dockery on stats with us tonight. He's doing a phenomenal job over there. St. Louis has been on 3rd down 11 times this game. 7-step drop by Nickens. Throws a deep ball. It is completed. And that is to, I want to say Bovine. No, it's Pratchett. Rich. I'm Richie Rich.
We need to start calling him Richie Rich. He's making some nice catches here. Nice dot.
Look at that pass.
Yeah, look at that spiral.
That is a beautiful shot. You got to love the aerial shot.
To the camera crew, that's the reason why we paid them the bucks to make great aerial shots like that one. But this drive has benefited from now they going for the pass on this this formation instead of the run.
Twins left for Nickens. He's a handoff here to Doyle, and Doyle have open room to the bottom of the field. He's out to the 10, the 5, and touchdown as he bulldozes his way over. Colin Douglas came up short.
And J.W. Doyle's having the game of his life here. Same. This time he ran to the right.
And there's your over-scroll block there. I don't know if you saw it, but that was an over-scroll block there. My goodness, that block freed Doyle open. The Red Sea open for him.
It was just as majestic, too. Nice play by OKC, and now they have the lead once again.
You think it was just as majestic? I don't know.
No, I don't think it's just as majestic. But well, still, it's awesome to see.
Well, you know what? He had a gang of gladiators behind him. Pharaohs, the Roman I'm not gonna go deep in that zone.
I feel you though. I know where you're coming from there.
Had to hold back. I might start preaching.
Can we get an amen?
Amen. All
There
right.
you go.
We're in agreement. We're in agreement on that one. There's the kick by Omega. Back to Swam, and Swam is going to go up the middle of the field, and nothing's doing it. Almost got away. Was that the kicker? No, it wasn't the kid that came and got him. I was going to say, we're starting to see these kickers come up and make tackles now.
All right. Everybody here in this league is vicious. You cannot sleep on anyone, not even the kickers.
Mitchell is calling the signal. 3 wide receiver set. Throws a strike down the top of the field. That pass is intercepted by Clark. Oh my goodness, mama.
That was nasty.
What a hit.
Yes. Yes. Great interception, but great hit. Oh, here it comes. He didn't see it coming. He went
out. Oh my
in that spin
goodness.
cycle. That's Clark's second interception in the game, but he just went to the shallow realm after that. Oh my. Damon, I believe we have some top 10 plays for this week in this game alone.
My goodness, what a game we're having here, Gaines. Twins left here for Nickens once again. Takes a 5-step drop, throws an out route to the top of the field. He got some reception, looks like Carroll. Nickens 132 yards, 1 touchdown pass, 1 interception. Moody Mitchell 246. Was that 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions?
I believe so, or maybe I believe it was 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But OKC's passing game has been awakened here in this second half. See if they can keep it up.
Offset eye, Twins right now for Nickens. Here's another handoff here to Doyle, and Doyle's, he breaks the tackle. Get off me, son. You don't know my name. You better Google me. I do this for a living. You think I do this for play?
But he's definitely play around against this St. Louis defense. Look at that forearm shiver. I don't know, Damon. I think we got Mr. Disrespectful here wearing the burgundy and white in the number 45.
He might just come away with it. Zachary Bates know all about it.
Know all too well after that play.
Twins left for Nickens. Offset eye is Doyle. Handoff here to Doyle up the middle of the field, and Doyle is brought down at the line of scrimmage. Give credit to Knowles on the tackle.
And Bo knows how to tackle running backs. Nice stop by him. It's now 2nd and 10 in St. Louis's 24.
Another handoff here to JW to the top of the field. Puts his hat down. Nothing doing there. Nobody was there, but he does picks up almost the first down. 3rd and 1 now. JW Doyle has taken over this game, Gaines.
Yeah, this is his game. He said, Denzel Diaz, I know this is your home field, but I'm about to put on a show tonight. And he clearly has with some nice runs.
Maurice Spurgeon says in the chat, St. Louis making Doyle look like the second coming of Jim Brown.
Truth.
Same formation. And his handoff here to Doyle. Doyle gets the first down. Spin move. Makes 2 guys miss before he's brought down by Knowles. 170 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, 0 fumbles for JW. My goodness, this kid is putting on a show.
And let me tell you, folks, he's 6'3", 250. He's seen a big man be able to spin like that and make big plays. That's something to watch. Maybe he is the second coming of Jim Brown.
7-step drop by Nickens. Nickens throws a dart. Oh, the pass is taken away. My goodness. Ethan Kai, shut your face as you play as spy.
What a drive stopping, momentum changing interception by Ethan Kai. He was lucky though. You see that his foot went out of the end zone as he was down the ball. Thankfully that didn't hurt St. Louis.
I saw that. I saw that. I'm not sure if 1 foot is out, but probably as long as the ball is still in the end zone, you can still kneel it. But it looks like that left knee was on the goal line.
Yeah, I was a little worried.
3 wide receivers set in for Mitchell. He was just saved by Ethan Kai. And there's a pass completed to Ajalani. As he picks up 12 yards on the play, picks up the first down.
Now let's talk about Moody Mitchell. Last week he had an amazing week with no interceptions, 358 yards. This week, at least 3 or 4. Hopefully he can clean it up.
And everybody put your fours up as we're heading into the fourth quarter. Renegades up 34-28 over the St. Louis Gladiators. And this has been a slugfest, a ball fight, a boxing match that has gone down to the 12th round. Here, who's going to come out top of this SFL matchup? Mitchell takes a one-step drop in the shotgun, throws a dart, and that pass is almost intercepted as it's knocked away by Jam. Go ahead, T-Roy.
Jam. Oh, Jam. Nice job by Jam with the pat down. I hate to say it, looks like the turf monster may have came into play. Nick Finch stumbled before that pass arrived. Let's see what St. Louis do here on 2nd and 10.
It's tight formation with Finch at the top of the field. And there's a swing pass here to the little general. And he picks up 3, maybe 4 on that reception.
And he could have had more if Finch would have turned upfield and made a block there, but for some reason he didn't. Only resulted in a 4-yard gain there.
Finch missed his assignment. I keep calling Diaz the little general, but in St. Louis they call him the Diesel. Diesel Diaz is what they call him. I think you and I used to call him Mighty Mouse last season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
There's a 2-step drop, and Moody got some reception, but it's incomplete, out of bounds. Finch makes the reception, but he couldn't get the toes in.
Dang, this has been a bad 3 plays for Nick Finch here. He tripped up on himself, forgot to make a block, and then couldn't get the toe drag swag. And then St. Louis will have to punt. Looks like OKC will have great field position potentially after this play.
The same thing as I stated last night when I was with my dad, we was watching the Cowboys game. They ran an out route to the short side of the field. This is the same thing that St. Louis just did. Why would you throw an out route to the short side of the field? Doesn't make sense to me at all. Flip the play and throw it to the other side. That's all you got to do. Just flip the play, just throw it to the other side, right?
Right. Give your receivers room to roam and room to make that catch.
Absolutely. OKC takes over at their very own 37-yard line, 1st and 10. This game here has just been one for the ages. We have saw so many game-changing plays by both sides, by both teams, that is. 3 wide receivers set here for Nickens. Carroll to the top of the field. No pressure. Nickens throws to the top of the field, and that pass is deflected away.
And it's tip drill win in OKC's favor. St. Louis defender couldn't make the INT after the intended pass went off the OKC receiver's hands. It's now 2nd and long.
And you know what? We haven't heard much of Devontae Duncan, of this Oklahoma City Renegades receiver. He's just been very quiet.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's a rookie and he has no stats so far at this point in the season.
7-step drop here by Nickens. Nickens throws a bomb downfield, and that pass is deflected away. And that is Marquez Reed. Is it Marcus or Marquez?
Marquez.
Marquez Reed. I had it right. T-Roy, you had it wrong.
Yes, I did. No worries. But I was hoping that Reed was able to make that INT there and give St. Louis the ball back. We'll see, that's going to hurt them.
3rd and 10 for OKC. 5-step drop by Nickens. Throws across the middle of the field, and he got the receiver. And he's out to the races, down to the 20, 30-yard line. Nickens has thrown 2 INTs today, but not on that pass play there, as he throws a strike to Tiberius Bovine.
A nice dot from Nickens to Bovine. And Unfortunate that missed INT by Reed, who had to make the tackle here, hurts St. Louis. OKC is now in St. Louis territory on their own 30. Let's see if they can widen their lead here.
Give it up for Marquise on the tackle. 7-step drop by Nickens. Nickens gets a little pressure. Oh, that pass is almost intercepted by Colin Douglas, who had an outstanding year last season. I believe midway through the season, Colin Douglas had about 6 or 7 INTs just at the half point of the season. And he almost comes away with that one, Gaines.
Yeah, if he would have picked that off, that would have been his 28th. He has 27 interceptions up to this point in his career. Again, missed interceptions hurt St. Louis. Will it hurt them again? We'll see.
The favorite formation here for OKC. They give a handoff here to Doyle, and Doyle is off to the races. Picked up the first down. No, stopped. It just inches. Picks up 9 on the play. And it's 3rd down here for OKC.
And Damon, OKC is telling us it doesn't matter how many times we run that play. They can't stop us. And so far, that's been the case.
But here's a stat here for you. OKC has 11 third downs, but only converted 1.
Ooh.
5-step drop by Nickens, and Nickens is brought down. Make it 12.
The master lock.
What a sack.
And unfortunately, OKC still only has converted 1 out of 12. Nice job by St. Masters. And here's a field goal attempt by OKC. Potentially make this a 9-point lead for them.
Take the words right out of my mouth, Gaines. There's the snap. Looks like it was almost fumbled a little bit. A little Romo-ish. Still hurts my heart.
Yeah, I remember that too. But in this case, it works out for OKC as the alpha and the omega. Johnny Omega, that field goal.
T-Word, we have 8 minutes and 38 seconds left in this ball game. St. Louis is down by 9 points. Do you believe that St. Louis can make a comeback here?
Yes, I do, but it's going to come down to Moody Mitchell playing clean football from the rest of this game. No more interceptions.
This Swarm gave a juke move, made one guy miss, but then was brought down by a host of Renegades.
And the Renegade special teams making special plays so far. We'll see if their defense can stop St. Louis and get the ball right back.
Here's a look at Mitchell, the passing leader in this ball game. 3 wide receiver set. 2 running backs in the backfield with Mitchell. Shotgun. Mitchell takes a 3-step drop, throws a dart, calls the middle of the field. He got Tito Moss, who picks up the first down and more. Looks like a 17-yard gain for Tito Moss. 4 touchdown passes, 3 INTs for Mitchell.
And great concentration by Tito Moss, making that catch with 2 OKC defenders all over him before the third one come and help make the tackle there.
Did you see the quickness in their release?
Yes, nice.
Looks like
tight
Dan
spiral.
Marino.
And definitely Moody Mitchell's been throwing the ball Dan Marino-ish, minus the interceptions, however.
Nick Finch has 39 yards on the day. Ajelani 127. Cody Scott has 57 yards receiving. And here's Mitchell, throws a dart, comes the middle of the field, and he got some reception. That is to Cody Scott. You're going to add 5 more to his stats.
Oh, maybe it's a different guy. That's Short who made that catch.
Was it?
Yes, sir.
I thought I saw
Yeah.
88.
Yeah, he had green green sleeves on, but still a nice play by St.
Oh, he
Louis,
has
though.
green tape. Okay. Is it green tape? Oh, what a play.
Barber almost with an INT there.
This Barber kid is dangerous.
He reminds me of Rondé Barber from Tampa Bay. One interception and almost an interception right there. A nice pat down. It's now 35 for St. Louis.
3rd and 5 here for St. Louis, as you stated, T-Roy, at OKC's 48-yard line. And there's a handoff here to Diaz, and Diaz goes nowhere. As I was going to state that St. Louis has 13 third down attempts, and they have converted 6 of them. So they have a pretty high percentage for third down, but they just didn't convert that one, and this may cost them.
Exactly. That's why you took the words right out of the mouth. Not converting this third down at this point in the game might cost St. Louis if they don't stop OKC here on this drive coming up.
There's a return by who that is.
Marshall.
Bubba Marshall. As soon as he caught the ball, he was hit. He didn't go nowhere.
He could have saved himself some pain if he would have waited fair catch. I don't know what's up with these returners here. This save your body, make a fair catch, potentially prevent yourself from getting a turnover.
Three wide receivers set here for Deacon Nickens. Throws a swing pass to Doyle, and Doyle catches it inbounds and steps out behind the sticks, losing 2 yards on the play. And he can't do nothing but go back to the huddle, shaking his head, and is held low.
And that they had an earlier play like that, but unfortunately for them, previously it went out of bounds. This time it was for a 2-yard.
Twins right for Nickens, offset IS Doyle. Bovine down to the bottom of the field. 7-step drop by Nickens. Nickens reads the progression, throws and dumps it off to Doyle, and Doyle is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Bo Nose comes up with his 6th tackle today, 1 for a loss.
And he has sack as well. And Bo knows how to stop the running back, stop J.W. Doyle. Good job by him. It's now 3rd and long. Can St. Louis stop OKC here and get great field position?
Twins left now for Nickens, offset IS J.W. Doyle. 5-step drop. Nickens get pressure, throws down the field. He got some reception.
Wow!
Tiberius Bovine with a diving catch comes away with that reception. Talk about putting the body on the line, Gaines.
He sure did, and because he put the body on the line and make that catch, that became OKC's 2nd third down conversion. It couldn't come at a greater time.
Twins right now for Nickens. Doyle dots the offset eye. They're going to stay in and block. Throws a dart down the middle of the field, overthrows his man. Intended for Carroll. OKC coming into tonight's. Oh, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, just being a former teammate of Shea Carroll, it's kind of weird not seeing him making that catch because he was making those all last year for us. Missed opportunity there.
And hey, Mr. Gaines, T-Roy Gaines has an opportunity to become Mr. Disrespectful.
Well, it'll be due to the old line of the Vultures. They can open up holes for him. Gaines can do that.
And off here to Doyle, and Doyle breaks tackle. He breaks free, picks up 9. 3rd and inches. I thought he was stuffed, T-Roy.
Yeah, but he just make a Jim Brown type move, be able to get 8 more yards than he should have on that play. Great job by Doyle. It's 3rd and short for OKC.
Another handoff here to Doyle, and Doyle gets the 1st down. Brought down and tackled by is it Afalabi? Afalabi. Did you see the stripes that are on the OKC Renegades helmet?
Yes, I did. It was kind of checkerboardish, don't you think?
The little yellow arrows, they look like bullets to me. Coming from their guns. Here's a handoff here to Doyle, and Doyle stopped in the backfield, losing 2 yards on that carry.
And look at 77. I'm sorry, that's Masters with the shimmy.
Yeah.
He made a nice tackle there. Got some swagger in him.
Giving his Steph Curry impression. Looks like OKC is going to bring pressure down to the bottom of the field. Maybe to the middle as well from the Sam. I mean, from the Mike. And no, they do bring pressure, but JW picks up 1 yard on the play. Looks like Bo Knows comes away with the tackle.
Once again, Bo knows how to tackle J.W. Doyle. Third and long. We'll see if OKC can get their third down conversion. If they do, this clock is melting away. And it'll be out of hand. This game will be out of reach for St. Louis. They need to make this stop right here, right now.
Twins left for OKC. 3 minutes and 32 seconds left in the ball game. Handoff here to Doyle down to the bottom of the field. Doyle puts his hat down, picks up 5 yards. 4th and 6. OKC is going to have to punt it away. It's more than enough time for St. Louis to get the ball, go back, head downfield, makes a score, onside kick, and try to do it all over again.
Yep, but Moody Mitchell has to get on fire here. He's been cold since the start of this half. We'll see if he can change and make a John Elway and Joe Montana-like comeback behind victory. We'll see.
Why did he do that? Why did he do that?
No, he definitely helped out St. Louis there. Ill-advised sliding attempt. We all know the SFL. If any part of your body goes into the end zone while you're trying to down the ball, it's a touchback. Bad choice by OKC there, by the special teamer there.
Trips left here for Moody Mitchell. Finch down to the bottom of the field, throws a pass out across the middle, and that pass is broken up by Clark, intended for Finch.
And usually Trips supposed to help the offense, but since the running game hasn't been as good as it traditionally is for St. Louis, the defense are focusing on the pass more than the run.
Empty backfield now for Mitchell. 5 wide receivers set. No tight ends on the play. There's a sideline dart to Ajelani. He makes the reception. First down, St. Louis. 144 yards on the day for 10 receptions for Ajelani. What a performance.
And even I can do the math there. 14.4 yards per catch for Ajelani in today's game. Another great toe drag swag making catch there.
He's a phenomenal receiver. I tell you that. Take nothing from him. He had a great performance last season in the semifinals versus Alaska. Was the #1 receiver in that game. Unfortunately, his team came up short. 4 wide receivers now for Mitchell. Diaz in the backfield. Out of the shotgun is Mitchell. 1-step drop. Throws a pass across the middle of the field. And that pass is caught by Finch. What a diving reception. No huddle now for St. Louis. 2 minutes and 21 seconds left in the ball game. Mitchell is trotting to the line. Takes another 2-step drop. Across the middle of the field. He got... Is that Mitchell? I'm sorry. Is that Scott? No, it's not Scott. It is the other... It's 86, Swine. 2-step drop is Mitchell. Mitchell throws an out route to the bottom of the field. Got Ajelani. Reception, 7-yard pickup, 2-minute warning. Brought to you by Quip. That brings us to the 2-minute warning presented by Quip. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. What a ball game here. 37-28 is the Renegades over the Gladiators. 7-step drop is Mitchell. Mitchell steps up and he's brought down in the backfield. Timeout, Gladiators.
And Moody Mitchell has to have a clock. Not be expected. Big linebacker number 72 to keep him from making the sack. Mitchell needs to get rid of that ball. They lost the timeout because of that.
Damon Malinsky comes away with a big sack on Mitchell. 3rd and 9 now for the Gladiators. Gladiators still have 2 timeouts left. 5 wide receivers on the set. Ajalani to the bottom of the field. Finch to the top. Looks like Cody Scott's in the slot down here next to Ajalani. Tito Moss is in the slot to the top. There was a bomb down the middle of the field. That pass is intercepted by the Renegades, and they're going to win the ball game here. And that looks like Ramon. And it is. Comes away with the interception. If I'm not mistaken, that's his 2nd on the day.
And I don't know what's going on with Moody Mitchell. He had a nice start to the game, but it's been cold since the second began. That's another interception for him. And clock away on this drive.
And there's a handoff to Doyle up the middle of the field, and Doyle picks up 1 yard.
And Damon, that timeout that was taken by St. Louis earlier could come back to haunt them. They only have 1 left.
You're right. Run formation here for OKC. You're going to hand it off to Doyle once again. Doyle got open field to the top of the field, and he's off to the races, down to the 29-yard line. And St. Louis burns their last and final timeout. And I think that's going to wrap it up.
Yeah, that's ball game. Look at that block.
Oh,
I believe that's
goodness.
the center, number 0.
I think we have saw 3 Ever Scroll blocks here today.
Exactly. And J.W. Doyle, I believe, is over 200 yards rushing. What a performance today as he iced the game for OKC.
You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music. Production Music Library and Custom Music House for all of your live streaming needs. Champions Will Rise, the official soundtrack of the SFL. Don't forget us to join us tomorrow night as there's more SFL action. The Renegades versus the Dallas Lobos. I'm sorry, not the Renegades, the Pharaohs, the Desperados. Visit the Dallas Lobos. Houston Hyenas will visit the Carolina Skyhawks. And I believe the Sharks face off. Help me out here, T-Roy, if you know. I can't remember who the Sharks play. But they do play tomorrow night.
I don't remember who played tomorrow. I'm sure we're going to see it at the bottom of the screen here. But I'm definitely looking forward to for the Hyenas playing tomorrow. I'm going to tune into that one.
You looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, too.
But what a great performance today by J.W. Doyle and the OKC Renegades.
3rd and 13 for the Renegades. They're just going to run the clock out here. There's a kneel. And that's the ball game, people. That should do it right there. The OKC Renegades march into St. Louis of the Gladiators, and they come out of here with a 9-point victory. Give credit to this Oklahoma City defense with the takeaways. They came away with 4 turnovers today.
Yeah, it's been a monster performance by offense, special teams, and the defense at the end of the game, holding St. Louis to just a touchdown after they scored 21 in the first half. And that formation, wherever that formation is, that strong guy, they were consistent when they kept running it, and St. Louis could not stop it.
That thing was powerful.
Yes, it was.
They kept running the ball out of that thing, and they couldn't stop it.
Yeah, couldn't stop this guy right here as we see one of his runs. He should definitely be the player of the game with his monster performance.
He has my vote.
I'll take his vote too. I'll take that vote too. He was a beast. Took me back to the 1980s watching John Riggins run the ball.
Man, the 80s had some great running backs back in that era.
Yes, they did. Walter Payton was near the end of his career. He was in there. Eric Dickerson, John Riggins.
And you wouldn't believe this, but Eric Dickerson is like my all-time favorite running back.
Oh, I can believe it. He was a beast in L.A. with the Rams.
Don't forget about the Pony Express.
Yes. Yes. It's what's that? SMU, right?
Yeah, SMU.
SMU. Him and oh my God, who's the other guy? He's kicking my butt right now that I can't remember the other guy's name. But
yeah, I can't remember. But he's an analyst now.
Yeah, he is definitely an analyst.
Yeah.
And I feel bad I don't remember his name. Oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue right now.
Yeah, I can see his face, but I cannot remember his name.
Right, because he has a son that played football too.
Right.
If I remember correctly.
I think his son played for Texas Tech.
Craig James. Right. That's it. You said it. Craig James. Whoever said Craig James. Thank you.
That was Charles.
I think that's our stat guy. Yeah. Charles with the save. Craig James. Thank you, Charles. With the save. But we actually see the offensive plays here of OKC with their dominating performance today.
Absolutely. What an awesome game that we were able to call tonight here in the cold weather of St. Louis after the snow had finally calmed down and it was just pouring and coming down earlier today. And give thanks to the grounds crew for coming out here, taking care of the field, pushing all the snow off to the side or whatever, bulldozing it, doing everything they need to do to make sure that this game was played tonight. And man, look at the field. It's just all mushy down there. You can see. Yeah. Great play there by Ramon.
But didn't matter what the conditions were on this field. OKC just had everything under control. They had the right cleats. If Doyle had the wrong cleats, he probably would have slipped and fell on this play right here because he made that little cut. OKC was ready for the snow. It's like we live in Oklahoma. We ready for this weather. This ain't nothing.
Yeah, they can have it. I was a part of it.
And there's our player of the game.
25 carries, 221 yards, 3 touchdowns, 8.8 yards per carry, T-Roy.
That means every time you carry the ball, you didn't get touched until the 9th yard. That's amazing.
Well, hey, everyone. Thank you for watching the SFL on YouTube. I am your play-by-play commentator, and he is...
T-Roy Gaines.
And we are signing out. Peace.
Have a great week, everybody.